Hi there, this is Bridget from the PlannerSpeechie. I am doing the second Plan With Me from my parents' kitchen counter in New York. I'll be planning for the week of December 18th through the 24th in my CD Stickers vertical planner. The kit I'm going to be using this week is called Up on the Rooftop from Jessica Hart's, just came out. This is the matte mini kit, so it's really cute and I loved the art in it. It's just very classic Christmas colors, reds and greens, with some pretty classic looking images. I also got, that's so cute. In addition to these, I got the foil overlay in red. So it's the lyrics to Up on the Housetop along with a foiled Santa and reindeer and candy cane red. So I thought this would be cute for the week leading up to Christmas. Christmas is actually folded into the weekend, so the 24th is on a Sunday this year, and then Christmas Day is actually the following Monday, so this is kind of like a full lead into Christmas. I have these really pretty foiled overlays from Charlotte's Paper Company in green and red, and for the next week's Plan With Me, I'm going to be using another Jessica Hart's kit, which also has red and green themes throughout. So I'm going to be spreading these foils over the next 2 weeks. And what I've learned from working with foil is that you have to put contrasting colors on top, or you have to contrast them, otherwise they disappear completely. So I'm going to be separating all of those out. And then last week's Plan With Me, I used this foiled bundle from Caress Press called Mistletoe. It's a sparkly green and it's really pretty. And so I'm going to be using these date dots for the next 2 weeks. And I use the majority of the headers and overlays with the previous kit, but I have a lot of scripts left. And so I thought it would be fun to do a little bit of the red foil and the green foil together, just to kind of make it all look pretty and amazing. So yeah, I am going to speed things up, zoom in, and come back in a voiceover. Okay, so I started to put in the washi and then the date covers. I added the foiled green dates from the mistletoe kit from Caress Press, and I started to add the glitter headers for each week. Once again, I'm color blocking because there's no other way to do that with these kits. They only come with a certain number of headers, so you can't actually do anything other than color block. I tried to alternate between the white, the red, the darker cream, and the green. And then I had red and green headers to alternate on top. So the green foil went on top of the red, and it looks really pretty. I'll have to zoom in on a flip through later to show you what that really looked like, but it was really gorgeous. Um, Putting on the headers was probably a little tricky just because I was trying to vary designs and foils, and then I was trying to match stickers appropriately. So I used the wreath to mark the quote box, and then I had presents and reindeer and a fire, and then I put that really beautiful Up on the Rooftop reindeer. Pause, here comes good old Santa Claus. I love the red foil. I think it's so cool that her shop offers this. Now, I will say she's going on maternity leave, so you will not be able to get these colored foils from her shop until probably May. Um, and even then, you never know what's going to come back. So there are other shops that do foils. Um,
I know Sadie Stickers is starting to do more foil to accompany their kits. And then also Caress Press does a lot of foils. Scribble Prints Co. has foils. There's lots of shops out there that will do multicolored foils. Um, so, but that's really what we were looking for. I decided to do the second half, which looked really, really good. I have a kitty on my lap while I'm doing this voiceover, so it's all the better. Oh, but he's falling off because he's in a scooty boot. Okay, trying to balance the kitty and the computer at the same time is hard. All right, so we have the glitter headers going on. This was Christmas week, so Christmas week was a little crazy. I was in New York for this, so we had a few events planned. Um, we were actually flying the first part of the week. We were in Charlotte, and then we left on the 20th and got there in the evening. So, oh, there's the second part of the foil. It looks super cute. I'm obsessed. Okay, so that is the Santa Claus foil, which sort of goes with it, but not really. And then I decided to put the reindeer on top there because it looked really cute. So we've got more overlays in red, and then anything extra I was going to do in green. I put in my Christmas countdown stickers first, and that worked out really well because there were 5 flags to color code with each one. So, and then I realized I had pulled the Christmas one off, but Christmas Day wasn't until the next week. So, and then I just went ahead and put the foiled headers on top and color coded everything, and it looked really good. I think that was a fun choice. And I got to do it for 2 weeks in a row, so that was even more fun. I got very lucky that I had these left over. I think they were actually gifted to me from Charlotte's Paper Company. Okay, so next I did, oh yeah, I really love this green ivy. It was really, really pretty. Um, okay, so I think that's pretty much the base for everything. I think I used checklists for like hearted checklists for the first half of the week because I did have school. So, yeah, there it is. So, Monday and Tuesday were normal school days. So, the students were there. There were holiday parties on the 19th. And then the 20th was a teacher work day. And that means that there are no students, but um, staff had to come in. And I used my kitchen scissors, my parents' kitchen scissors, to cut that down. So I hope they didn't mind. Um, and then I had little mini checklists to do because we did actually have, I did have things I was doing on Christmas Eve and Christmas Eve Eve. So that was it. That was as far as I got in my kitchen and then my parents' kitchen. And then I decided to finish the rest of the back planning at home, which you can see the difference in the quality of the lighting, the video, etc. So this is me using additional foiled overlays on top for Christmas week. So I decided to mark in that I had an IEP meeting on Monday, and I wrote that it was just a few more days till Christmas. Um, I had a lot to do on Monday, which included doing speech therapy, doing notes, ordering cards. I couldn't remember exactly when I did this. It was either Monday or the following Sunday. Um, I ordered them pretty late this year. We Okay, so Then I was trying to read some books before I had to return them to the library, but that ended up not happening. Tuesday was the holiday party day. Everybody was really excited. All the teachers were working really hard to get their kids in order. On Monday, it was Wear a Festive Headband Day, so I just marked that in with a Once More with Love sticker. And then on Tuesday, I had a 4-hour IEP meeting for one student, and this basically ate up the majority of my day because the second half of the day was all school parties for the kids. And so the teachers were asking me like, "Please don't pull them. They're having parties." And there were a couple of students that I did pull just because I explained to the teacher they're not going to get therapy for the next 2 weeks. So if I don't see them now, 3 weeks really because of the teacher workday. So if I don't see them now, they're not going to have therapy for a month, and that's not good. So they were like, "Okay." So they eventually let me pull them. But that's the life of an SLP. You have to advocate for your students and for yourself. Um, so that was Tuesday. Then I feel like Tuesday night felt like the beginning of a real break. There were two holiday social events at bars for both of my schools on Tuesday afternoon. I skipped both of them because I just had too much to do and I wasn't really in a drinking mood. It's not fun to like go off and drink with your coworkers and then have to drive for 40 minutes afterwards. Like it's also not safe. So I just I was going to be in bad traffic, so I just didn't do it. So Wednesday we had a teacher work day, so we had no students, but I had to go into the building. Um, we did pack and I gave out some Christmas gifts. But once I got home, we cleaned the house, we packed, we set everything up from the cat sitters. We got on our plane and then we landed, and my husband's parents picked us up at the airport, and that was so thoughtful of them. I'm just going to skip ahead a little to Thursday. So Thursday morning, I had breakfast with my in-laws because I stayed at their house. And then the plan was always for me to go to my parents' house. And both our parents live in Brooklyn, but they live in very different parts of Brooklyn. So um, my Christmas cards that I'd had delivered to my parents' house finally arrived. So I went to the post office, got stamps, mailed all the postcards out the same day, and I was able to do that. And then in the evening, I had dinner with my friend at Gage and Tollner, which is this fantastic restaurant that's been resurrected in Brooklyn. Highly recommend. And after we had a fancy dinner, we went to a candlelight concert, which is a classical music concert with thousands of fake candles in a beautiful space. And that was really gorgeous because it was a holiday concert. So it was just a really fun night. I loved it. On Friday morning, I went to the eye doctor with my dad, and then we went to the New York Public Library on 42nd Street with the giant lions, and we perused the gift shop. It was so much fun. And then in we then we went to Home Depot and got a Christmas tree. Home Depot is the place to go for Christmas trees in New York City. It was surprisingly inexpensive, and I couldn't believe the selection they had so close to Christmas. Um, we literally put the tree up in a stand, and then we went to a Cherish the Ladies concert in the Bronx, which is an Irish band. Highly recommend. They're fantastic. We had a great time. Saturday, I'm losing track of the days. Saturday, Christmas Eve, we slept in. We had kind of a quiet day. We watched some really cute movies. We watched Barbie. My parents had not seen it. I thought it was brilliant. We ordered brunch, delivered. We decorated the tree. So we put the lights up. We didn't put any ornaments up. I just didn't have time. And I was having a little bit of burnout at this point from the holidays. This happened to me quite a bit this year, more than usual. And I had a lot of stickers to note that as well. But I was like really starting to be turned off by the holidays, which makes me really sad. Um, but yeah. So then Christmas Eve, I got up and I realized that we still needed to buy groceries for the holiday. So, um, my mother and I went to Wegmans and got some delicious treats. And then I went to my in law's house to have Christmas Eve dinner. We didn't do seven fishes, but there were lots of fishes. It was delicious. And then my husband and I came back home to my parents' house for midnight mass. We were going to stream it, but that ended up not happening because our church wasn't streaming the service this year. So we ended up listening to choral music instead from our church choir. And I was heavily disappointed. This was another like holiday burnout moment for me because I was looking forward to it a lot. But ultimately, uh, it was important that we were all together. We were enjoying each other's company. And that ended up being what mattered the most. That's what Christmas is all about. Well, also Jesus, but not also Jesus. Jesus is the reason for the season, but in a meaningful way to be with your families and to enjoy their company is really really important and a very essential aspect of the holiday season. So I'm glad we were able to do that together. So this is just me marking in a couple of things in the sidebar just to fill out some of the things that I did. Obviously, the cleaning tracker was not what I did really this week. Um, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I just wrote like rest, wrap gifts, laundry, etc. So, yeah, all in all, a really fantastic, crazy Christmas week. Okay, so here it is. Here's the final spread. I think it came out super cute. I guess I wish I could have added some things on the top, but honestly, I think it looks really good. Oh, I forgot to write something there. Um, Last week of students. Okay, so uh this this is a back plan. My intention was to finish filming it on my parents' kitchen counter and it just didn't happen. But ultimately I think this came out really well. I like being able to use the red and green foils along with the little flashes of gold. I think it's really sweet and I'm just so glad I was able to use this kit. Anyway, there's one more holiday kit coming up, so stay tuned for that next one and I will see you soon. Bye.